Hello everyone, welcome back to another STEM challenge. Today we are going to be doing what's called a tessellation, and that's what we have here. I've created one, a simple one on my own, and what it does, the reason it's called a tessellation is you have one shape and it matches all the shapes around it. For example, if I slide it this way, it matches there. If I slide it this way, it matches there. If I slide it this way, it matches there. And if I slide it this way, it matches there. So each piece is just redrawn. Okay, and that's what I've done. That's why it's called tessellation. It just slides across and it matches. It's not really that difficult. There is one hard part that we need to work on, but after that, it's fairly simple. And we are going to work on that. What I'm going to do is put this aside, and I'm going to put this aside, and I'm going to put my white piece of paper on here, and I have a piece of cardboard underneath, a piece of cereal box, as I said before, just so that I can draw on, because my temporary studio table here is kind of rough. It's just a basic card table. What I've done is I've just taken a piece of cardboard from a snack pack pudding, butterscotch. I like butterscotch much better than chocolate. And I'm showing here that what I want you to do, and you can make it a different size, it just depends on the piece of paper. I made mine a 5 by 5 centimeters by 5 centimeter square out of cardboard, and it's better to use something a little stiffer. Paper's okay, but a piece of cardboard of some kind works really well, and you can take it just from any package, cereal box, Kleenex box, pudding cups, doesn't really matter. Now, so I measured 5 centimeters by 5 centimeters, and I'm going to cut that piece out. And I apologize for any shadowing going on. I've decided I'm opening the blinds to let some of the sunshine in, and I hope it's not going to cause trouble for our video. There's my 5 by 5 square. Now, what we need to do is make a couple of designs. And what we're going to do is we'll make one on this. It doesn't matter which side. We're going to do two sides. We're going to make one on this side. I'm going to make this one simple. And what you need to do is start from the corners. It's a little trickier if you don't start from the corners, and I'll show you why in a minute, but just for simplicity, it's easier to start from a corner. And I'm just going to freehand it. I'm going to go up like this, and then I'm going to go down. So I'm just making a simple triangle. Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that one out. We'll cut one out first. So if I cut it out here, and I'm cutting out a piece here, and if you're not exactly on the lines that you've drawn, that's okay, it doesn't matter. So there's my cut piece. Now what we're going to do is we're going to slide it across to the other side. And before we start, I'm going to get just a little piece of tape. I'm going to actually get 2 pieces of tape. And what we need to do is take this piece and slide it. I have to pick it up first. Slide it across this way. And we keep moving it across. Move it across until we put it on the other side. Now this is the reason why you want to do it from the corners. And this corner, it looks like I actually broke, but that's okay, it won't matter. Because if you don't do it from the corners, then maybe, let's see, did I slide over wrong? No, I didn't. If you don't start at the corners, then you'll have a gap like this. And I think what I've done is I've just broken it, but that's okay. Because then if you do go from the corners, then it'll match up nicely. We're just going to have to adjust for that as we draw. And then what you do, this is the tricky part, if you need somebody to hold on to it for you, or you hold on or they tape it, is you're going to tape it on like that. Okay, so we've cut it out here and we've slid it across, and put it on here. Now we're going to do another one. And I think what I'm going to do is we'll do this side. And maybe for this one I'm going to just do a curve. Or maybe two little curves. I'm going to start at the corner. And I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go down. I'm going to go up. And I'm going to go down. It doesn't matter if it's even. It doesn't matter if both are even. One can be taller than the other. Now I'm going to cut it, starting from the corner. And again, you don't have to be exactly on the line that you've drawn because the line has nothing to do with the final product. You won't see it. But it does matter if you kind of try to go to the corners. Okay, there's our piece right there. Good. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to take this, we're going to slide it across so that this edge rests on this edge and the corners match up. So I'm going to pick this up. Try not to break my corner like I did. So we've slid it across, and now we're going to put the edge right on the edge, and we're going to try to line the corners up. And that looks good. Now, we are going to put a piece of tape on, and there we have it. There is our piece that we're going to use. This is the hardest part, believe it or not. If you can get through this, then the rest is relatively simple. And all we do, now you have your piece, and it doesn't matter which side you can use. You can use this side if you want, where there's no tape, or you can use this side. I'm going to use this side because I think this is going to be, the snack pack thing will be distracting for me. Might make me a little hungry. Now, I'm going to do it on an angle. Well, it doesn't really matter because you can go this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. And I think what I'm going to do is I'll start like that. Now, start in the middle, and now you trace. And you trace around like this, up at the point, and we have to compensate for that little piece that I broke. Trace it all around. And up to the top, and you may have to just freehand a little bit. That's okay. There's one. Now it's up to you where you go from here. I think what I'll do is, because really it matches there, it will match there, it will match there, and it will match there. So it really matches all the way around. And what you're going to find is, because none of us can draw or cut perfectly, when you get to the last one, it won't match 100%. It will be off a little bit, and then you'll have to decide which way you want to turn your tracer when you match up the sides. Okay, there you go, there's another one. Now I can go right off the page, and you don't have to trace it off the page, but what you need to do is trace as much of it as you can on the page. So it goes around my table, and then you make, if you slip like that, you can just put it right back again. And I'm having a hard time with this one. Don't know why. I'll move it down a little. Maybe that's it. And now I'm going to go up here, go down. And you can always get somebody to help you with this, to hold the piece down while you trace it. And maybe I'll come down to the bottom here. And I go around like this. And you want to take your time when you do this, because this is the part that makes it geometrically cool. All right, trace it around here. Now I'm at the bottom of the page. It doesn't go all the way, just part way. And this way. Yeah, there's a line. Now I just go wherever I want. I'll go on this side because it matches on this side too. Okay, if I go, now I go on this side, I can see it better. There we go. I didn't put my glasses on, so yes, I'm having a hard time seeing where things are. So this is going to go that way. Go around, and if it's off a little bit, that's okay, because when you color it, then you're not going to really see the difference. Now this one will go somewhat like that. And I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to start this way, and up this way, and around, and up there. And one more. I see somehow I'm off a little bit here, but that's okay. Just move it around till you're happy with where you think it should go. See, I'm off a little bit here, but like I said, it won't matter as long as it's close, because the problem is we can't we can't trace or cut like a machine can, or a printout like a computer. And this is off a little bit. So what you do with this is you just erase that, and you can just make it attach, which is fine. That works out too. Okay, and then I still need a little bit here to finish. A little piece right here, because that's all part of the shape. Now if I go here, I have a little piece here that goes around, and this goes around here. It lifted up on me, but that's okay. Now I'm coming down. So you kind of see how this works. You fill the whole page with your shapes, and it's easy to find the right spot because it only fits a certain way. And when I come down here, see this corner matches here, and this wave matches up here. Right? It's a little off, but we're going to go right tight with it. And then I'm going to keep moving that flap up. And we'll come down there and over here. I don't think I'm going to draw all of them. See, this one's a little tight, but that's okay because we're just going to adjust. And so this, if you see what I'm talking about, I'll move it ahead a little. This one, if I line it up here on this edge, my line has disappeared here. It's actually off a little. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this one as my main one and then slide it up a little. And you have to do that. You have to adjust as you move along. Okay? You will have to adjust. And as I said, it's okay because it will not be perfect. It's going to be close. See, we're off a little bit there too, but that's okay. See how it moved up a little bit on that one, so we'll have to adjust as we go. But that's okay. This one is near the end anyway. Right. And then we can go around this one, go around this one. Okay, and you keep doing that. You do that all the way across. Right? So you're going to do the same thing here and here and here and here. And you're going to move it over until you're completely done. And you can do any kind of shape. You could make it a little bigger than this if you want. You can make it smaller, although I wouldn't really recommend it when I started off with the 5x5. And then eventually you will get to a point where you can color them. And what I've done is I've just made just an alternating pattern with the colors. Right? These are the same color, these are the same color, or it goes red and orange and red and orange. Okay, it looks pretty cool. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to outline in black, but I did, and it looks pretty good. And if you don't have a black marker, what you can do is you can take maybe a different color pencil crayon and make sure it's nice and sharp, and then go along the line with a different color, and that would actually be cool too. Now that I think about it, I should have done that. And you can go across if you want. And so this would be it. So you alternate the colors. So this would be maybe one color, this would be a different one, this would be the other color, and then you'd alternate. Okay, make it into a pattern. But the most important part is this, right? Where you start off with a square, And I'm taking it apart just to show you. All right, and you go like this. All right, we made a design, we cut it, and then we slid this one across. Put it on. All right, and then we slid this one across this way, the opposite side, and put it on as well. Okay, and like I said, this one had a little piece taken off of it on the corner. And then it will only sit, or it will only match one way. Okay, and if you go across, it will only match one way, so it only matches one side. It's really easy to figure out where it's supposed to go. And that's about it for Tessellations. I hope you enjoy making yours. And when you're finished, please share it if you can. As always, we'd love to see what you're creating and working on at home, or you can post it on Twitter or wherever it is that you'd like to post it. That's it for today. Thanks for joining us, and we will talk to you again.